Conversation is Coffee with Willie McNair. Welcome back.
We back at again with another episode of Conversation is Coffee. So with this episode, I'm just going to apologize in advance. I don't know what I did with the settings with this Zoom call. However, Shania did her thing. So at the end of the day, I want you to make sure you like, again. Stop what you're doing. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you give all the props and praise to Shania. Make sure you check out all our platforms. They'll be in the description below. And just sit back, relax, and enjoy. We got a multi-faceted entrepreneur coming at you, straight out of New York, lives in the Charlotte area now, doing major big things. Philanthropist, anything from a chef to a non-for-profit owner to a multi-facet book writer. Has put out several books on various different platforms, and actually has doctored her own book. And with that being stated, stay tuned. Conversations Coffee. Subscribe, like, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. We in here. Let's go. Another episode of Conversation is Coffee. I have my homegirl here with me from New York as well. Her name is Shania. Shania has 3 different things she wants to discuss with us today. And as we know, this is a podcast for the people. This Conversation is Coffee. Make sure you like, subscribe, tap in, leave a comment, leave a note, let us know what you think. And also, all of Shania's information will be in the description below. Make sure you give her a shout out. Make sure you kind of, go ahead and shop with her and everything. I'm sure you will be delighted. All right, Shania. So first and foremost, right? So you tell me, and I heard you were a personal chef. What's that about?
I am a personal chef. My business is called Decadent Chefs. I've been in business since 2012. Had a couple of setbacks. I relaunched in 2020. And what I provide is, for some of my clients, is based on their immune system. I really deal with people that have HIV, rheumatoid arthritis, multiple sclerosis. I deal with them. I teach them how to eat and cook versus with their medication. So that's what I normally do.
That's actually outstanding. And this is on topic, but a little bit off topic. The other day, I went to Pigeon Forge, and one of my homegirls. I actually did a podcast with her as well. She owns a cleaning service here in Charlotte, and basically she wanted to have like a chef there for her. So would you be interested in doing something like a personal chef? Even though I do know you take the standpoint from the medical term, but says, hey, I'm going on a trip to Savannah or to Pigeon Forge, which is only 2, 3, 4 hours away, Myrtle Beach, whatever, and they rent a Airbnb, but they wanted to have a actual chef prepare some meals or whatever. Is that something that you would be able to supply?
Yeah, I do regular cooking as well.
Okay.
I started my business out for the reason of my parents. Both my parents were diagnosed with, both of them were HIV positive. And so when I was growing up, when I was 16, I would watch my mother eat and get sick. So it was her diet had to change. That was one of the reasons why I went into culinary. But I've been cooking. I have been cooking since I was 7. But the reason why I really went into culinary was because of my mom and my dad.
Okay.
But I do normal cooking. I will cook for people that aren't sick, but my main goal is to help educate people with immune deficiencies, to show them that they can also eat our common foods, but it's just a little healthier.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. And you know what's crazy? You actually educated me, because I never knew that would be an issue at all.
not being around and not having an understanding of that, not dealing with that, and I always say, like, one of the best educational tools in life is exposure. So once you're exposed to something and you have an understanding of it, now you can say, okay, cool, how can I take this and make this a better situation for anybody, right? And and for that, I think that's stellar, because a lot of people, they don't see stuff like that. They don't understand that this particular thing could be your why. This one thing could be your why, and you take that why, and that why is what drives you to do like fantastic things in life, right? And a lot of people don't even take that into consideration, and they don't even see it like, this is my actual why. I think like young people out there, they don't even understand how to even find that why. You found that why at a young age and took that why and helped it, turn it into a business, not only a business, but to actually help improve the lifestyle of your family. Overall. And again, that's commendable. That's definitely commendable. Definitely commendable. So I also heard by the grapevine that you have a non-for-profit. So tell me a little bit about the non-for-profit. Like, what is it called, and what is your, I guess, your goals, your objectives, whatever you have. Tell me about that and how it comes to fruition.
So I'm going to try my best not to cry. So my nonprofit is called Happiness is Vibrant. Happiness is Vibrant is dedicated to my mom. Like I said before, I found out that my mom was diagnosed with HIV when I was 14. So what the nonprofit part is to help teenagers cycle through the process of parents that have found out that they are HIV positive or they have full-blown AIDS, because now, or even if they have it, nowadays it's a little bit harder for kids to express their feelings, especially when they don't have nobody to say, oh, I've been through that. So I've been there. I've been that teenager that found out that my mom was sick. At that point, I thought my mom was going to die. At 14, I went through my rebellious stage of life, and I went through counseling. Until I was about 21, 22-ish, because my mother was sick a lot from 14 to 22. So that's what Happiness is Vibrant is for. It's basically for like younger adults trying to figure out how to cope with their parents being HIV positive.
Oh, wow. That's phenomenal. Again, gotta give you I mean, we got a real life philanthropist here, man. I'll be honest.
I'm trying to get there.
And I give you that. You told me earlier in the prior conversation that you were in the Army. And with that, I won't hold that against you because I'm a Marine, right? And Marines, exactly. But Marines, we don't say the word trying. We're either doing it or we're not. And I'm gonna tell you this: you're not trying. You're making it happen, right? And with that, I honestly commend you. I buy my hat to you, and just keep striving.
I'm getting there.
We are our biggest supporters, right? The urban community, and we have to utilize ourselves to keep growing, keep educating ourselves, keep telling those the masses that don't know and not aware of the things that we are doing and what makes us so unique, so special. And again, this is Conversations Coffee. That's what we're here for. We're here to expose the whole entire world, and then now, like, they have an understanding of what it is that we're capable of. How can we do it? How does someone else get in tune? And again, I'll have all your description. I'll have all your information below in the description, so anybody can get in contact with you. But no, we're gonna blow this video up. We're gonna let everybody know that you're a philanthropist, And with that being stated, I also heard as well that you got a couple of books. So again, with the books, I want to know some more about that. So talk to me. Tell the people what's out there. What books you have and what they're about.
Well, let's see. I am a 3-time best-selling author. I am a international best-selling author. I've been in this is my upcoming book is my third anthology. My first one was called Evolve. That was for women that are married, have been married, and going through their trials and tribulations in that book. My second anthology was Image in the Mirror 1.
Okay.
And now my third anthology is Image in the Mirror 2.
Okay.
So in Image in the Mirror 1, I talked about my mom.
Okay.
And my relationship with her. Evolve was about my youngest son. I went through IVF to have him. Go knock on the door. My youngest son, I went through IVF to have him. About the miscarriages I had to get to him. So he is my rainbow baby. And then my upcoming anthology, I'm talking about my relationship with my dad. So I went from son, mom to dad. And then I'm also doing my own anthology. I'm gonna be the visionary author for this anthology. And that's it's called The World Through Their Lenses. My youngest son is autistic. And it's more of a joy of watching him grow and learning his process as he grows, because every day is something different with him. So, and then I also have a book on Amazon, my ebook on Amazon, which I self-published by myself. It's called I'm Baptized Now, what to do. So, and that book is in regards to when you first get baptized. It's a daily affirmation book. So it's like what happens after you get baptized. So that's what that book is.
Amazing. So just so that the people can hear, let's go ahead and just go ahead and say out all your platforms or your social medias and such that you use for your businesses and everything. I'm talking about from like the personal chef to the to the non-for-profit to the actual to the book writing and everything. So just go ahead and break those down real quick, and I'll make sure again I have all those in the description below. And at that point, we'll give everybody a chance to actually chime in with you, kind of chop it up with you, and also purchase some of your merchandise.
Okay, so I have my own website, and it's www.decadentchef.com, where you can purchase my books. You can find out more about my personal chef business. You can also find out more about my nonprofit, and you can just read about me. I'm also on Facebook. It's the Decadent Chef on Facebook. I'm on Instagram as the Decadent Chef. That's THA Decadent Chef.
Okay.
And then I just started TikTok, so I'm learning how to maneuver through that. You know how.
Yeah.
I'm learning that one.
Definitely. So one other thing. So how did you get in contact with me? And it's a reason why I know the answer to this question, but I don't think everybody knows the answer to this question. So it's a reason why I'm asking you that, because I consistently put out there, DM me so you can get into the podcast, right? If I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you put something out there saying that you wanted to get on the podcast.
Yes.
Someone sent it to me. You probably didn't know that. Someone had sent me that invite that you had put out there, that you wanted to be on the podcast, and I reached out to you. And here we are now. The podcast has happened. So again, when Ricky says DM me for a podcast interview, I will ensure that you, whether it's in person, whether it's at your place of business, whether it's at my within my studio here at Conversations Coffee, CIC, I'm going to make sure that you get your podcast done. At the end of the day, it's going to be a magnificent thing. As in yours was. I mean, you can tell me you might have not enjoyed the session, but I think you will say that it was actually pretty dope.
Yes.
Because it's just each one teach one. Always grab back and grab somebody forward, and sometimes it's not even grabbing someone back and reach somebody forward, because sometimes it's more or less just even with you knowing someone that's above you, you actually say, hey, you are above me. However, I have this platform that you can still utilize. Yeah. And not only can you utilize it, but I'll get better by helping you out as well, you know, and partner up like that, you know, and we have to do more of that as a people. We have to do more of that as, you know, just as a community, as an urban community. And so last question. In the next few years, what's to come?
Oh, God.
A summary. Just give me a summary. You don't have to give me everything, you know, because again, I want people to contact you to get all those extra giblets and everything. But just in a short synopsis, what's coming? What's next?
So what's next? Let's see. I am doing my cookbook, and hopefully that will be out. I'm trying to put it out by, let's say, June, July, because I'm also doing my anthology, which will be out in the winter of 2022. What else? I am also working on my business pitch for my food truck. It's not your ordinary food. That's what makes it different, because my food is also blended with fruit. And all my sources on my food are passed down from 4 generations. So it's from my great grandmother down to me. I have my grandmother's recipe book. I also altered them to fit fit into what I do. What else? What else is coming up? That's basically it.
What about what's coming up new for the non-for-profit? What's new for that?
Well, hopefully we're trying to get it. I'm trying to get it where I can get set up to have a gala. Okay. Like a gala auction.
That'll be dope.
We're trying to push that for at least September, October, around my mother's birthday. So it could be centered around her, because she's turning 75 and she will be 37 years positive. So that's what the gala is going to be in regards to just having positive people around to see that this is where you can grow from, as long as you take your medication, as long as you eat right, and have like an auction and some good food, some good music, and hopefully a good podcaster there to, interview people. Just putting that out in the air. And then that's basically it. And writing more and just helping other people learn how to publish their books on Amazon. So that's what I'm doing.
I might have to reach out to you on that myself, and we probably could actually come back and do another podcast. Not alone, because I wrote a short book, and I'm considering getting it published, and so forth and so on. The slight title that I have for right now is like The Awkward Kid from the Bronx, because I grew up in the Bronx, and it's really, really challenging not being the end kid, but actually being the end kid. That you actually noticed earlier on in the conversation. He's like, "Oh my God, you're a geek," and I was like, "Yeah, not so much, but maybe so." But in the same sense, like growing up back then in the '80s in New York City, like it wasn't okay to be a geek. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
It wasn't okay to be the kid that kind of like stayed home. You kind of got picked on for things like that. But now it's better to actually put those things out into the hemisphere and in the atmosphere and let people see that it's okay. It's definitely okay.
That's the kid I was.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So much come from it.
Yep, reading the dictionary, in the book, everything. So my father was Muslim, so that's what we did. We didn't go outside and play unless my mother went out, and we played outside. Then we went upstairs. Didn't hang out until I was like 15, 16. So I know that.
Yeah, definitely. So again, we're gonna go ahead and tap out. Again, this is Conversation is Coffee, and we got my homegirl with us. And we out of here. Peace.
Okay.